All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for another fun Science with John class. I'm your professor, John Fenley, and today we will be delving into the science of ice cream. That's right. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. I mean, you don't really have to scream for it. You can just go to the store and buy a pint. But I mean, it's up to you if you want to throw a tantrum or not. It's usually not effective, though. I never got ice cream when I screamed as a child. I usually got sent to my room. Anyways, so today we're talking about ice cream, and I know that seems crazy. Science, ice cream, John, how is this possible? Are you really just looking for an excuse to eat ice cream today? Well, yes, every day I'm looking for an excuse to eat ice cream because it's delicious. But there is a science to it. And in fact, ice cream is a great science lesson that we can all learn about chemistry and how to create emulsion and stuff like that. So I'm going to read you a quick article that I found, and then we're going to show a few videos. Okay, so here's a fun fact. U.S. residents consume 1.5 billion gallons of ice cream each year. That's roughly 5 gallons or 19 liters per person. I don't know. Do you guys think you eat about 5 gallons of ice cream a year? That's kind of awesome.
No.
No, that's pretty crazy though. And this ice cream, which we all enjoy, is the result of years of experimentation involving, you guessed it, chemistry. So if you've ever made ice cream, you already know what goes into it, ingredients like milk, cream, and sugar. But there's one main ingredient that you may not have thought about, probably because you can't see it. Do you know what that ingredient is? It's air. So why is air so important? Well, if you've ever had a bowl of ice cream melt and then refroze it and tried to eat it later, it probably didn't taste very good. If you set a whole carton of ice cream on the table and let it melt, the volume of the ice cream would simply go down. Air makes up anywhere from 30% to 50% of the total volume of the ice cream that you bought at the store. So literally, if you let a whole, gallon container of ice cream, like Breyers, melt, it'd probably only be half full of melted ice cream by the time it all melted. So a large portion of it is air that's been whipped into the container and whipped into the ice cream.
I unfortunately know from experience with Breyers, it's about a third of the thing.
It's what? You just
when it melts, it's only about a third of the container.
Oh, wow. So yeah, they whip a lot of air. They whip a lot of air into it. So to get an idea of the effect of air on ice cream, think of whipped cream. If you whip air into cream, you get whipped cream. Whipped cream has a different texture and taste than plain cream. Plain cream tastes sweeter than whipped cream. Just like ice cream without air, pure cream has a sickly, oversweet taste. This is because the structure of a substance can have a big effect on how it tastes, and that the structure often controls the rate at which flavor molecules are released into the mouth. So the larger the structure, ice cream in this case, the longer it takes for the flavor molecules to be released, and flavor molecules that trigger receptors on the mouth and tongue. So the amount of air added to ice cream is known as overrun. If the volume of ice cream is doubled by adding air, then the overrun is 100%, which is the maximum allowable amount of air that can be added to commercial ice cream. So that's interesting that you only had a third as much of the container full of melted ice cream, Mary, because it should have only been half. That's all that's allowed in commercial ice cream. That way they're not just selling us air and conning us. The less expensive brands usually contain more air than premium brands. One side effect of adding a lot of air to ice cream is that it tends to melt more quickly than ice cream with less air. The amount of air also has a huge effect on the density of the ice cream. So a gallon or 3.8 liters of ice cream must weigh at least 4.5 pounds, making the minimum density 0.54 grams per milliliter. That's too much for me to even take in, so don't feel bad if that didn't make sense. Better brands have higher densities, up to 0.9 grams per millimeter. So the next time you visit a grocery store, compare cheaper and more expensive brands by holding a carton in each hand. You should be able to notice a difference. Oh, that's pretty cool. Then read the net weight on the label to confirm your observation. Due to the high fat content of ice cream, however, and because fat is less dense than water, any ice cream will always be less dense than any aqueous solution or liquid solution. Otherwise, you would not be able to make root beer floats. That's true. Ice cream floats in the root beer, right?
Yeah.
Because it has air in it.
It does.
So ice cream is an emulsion, a combination of two liquids that don't normally mix together. Instead, one of the liquids is dispersed throughout the other. In ice cream, liquid particles of fat called fat globules are spread throughout a mixture of water, sugar, and ice, along with air bubbles. If you examine ice cream closely, you can see that the structure is porous. So yeah, if you took like a microscope to a scoop of ice cream, you'd see little pores on the ice cream. A typical air pocket in ice cream will be about 1/10 of a millimeter across. The presence of air means that ice cream is also a foam. Other examples of foams are whipped cream, marshmallows, and meringue, as in lemon meringue pie, which is, by the way, delish. Sugar and fat. So milk naturally contains lactose or milk sugar, which is not very sweet. And ice cream makers need to add a lot more sugar than you probably realize, usually sucrose or glucose. See, so cold tends to numb the taste buds, making them less sensitive. So more sugar is needed to be added to the product for the desired effect at the low temperatures that ice cream is usually served. So if you taste ice cream at room temperature, it's going to taste overly sweet. You may have noticed the same effect with carbonated soft drinks. If consuming a warm soda, it tastes sickly sweet. In parts of the world where soft drinks are normally consumed warm, there's less added sugar. So if these same soft drinks were served cold, they would not taste sweet enough. Pretty interesting, huh?
It is. That's...
So basically, like, that coldness numbs our taste buds. So they have to add more sugar on top of it to make our taste buds pick up any flavor. That's why if you ever tried to like take a sip of some melted ice cream, you're like, oh, what? That ain't right.
Wow.
That's too sweet. That's too sweet, you know?
Yeah.
But if it's frozen, you know, your tongue can handle it and your taste buds can handle it. A big reason why ice cream tastes so good is because of its high fat content. Unless it's labeled as light, low fat, or non-fat ice cream, or non-fat, ice cream must contain at least 10% fat. And this fat must come from the milk. Before milk is homogenized, a thick layer of cream will rise to the top. This cream has a high fat concentration of up to 50% and supplies most of the fat in ice cream. Premium ice creams may have up to 20% fat, which gives it a velvety, rich texture. Reduced fat ice cream does not taste as good as the real thing and tends to lack that creamy texture that people enjoy. Although fat is frequently vilified and made to look evil, basically, that's a big word, vilified, it has its purpose. Most foods that taste delicious probably contain fat. Fat fills you up, so you don't have to eat as much to feel full.
Word.
The problem with using fat as an ingredient in any food is that it doesn't mix well with a lot of other substances. Fat is non-polar, meaning positive and negative charges within the fat molecules are equally dispersed. A polar substance like water has separate regions of positive and negative charge. One end of a polar molecule has a partial positive charge, and the other end has a partial negative charge. Polar and non-polar substances, they just don't mix. Just like oil floats on the top of water, the fat content in ice cream has a tendency to separate out as well. All right, well, we talked enough about all the sciencey stuff there. I want to show you guys some videos. How about that?
Awesome.
Way less boring than listening to Professor John ramble on and on.
Hey, we'll play.
All right, let's check this out. And
Well,
since
it's
we're
the ice
having
cream,
so
John.
much fun talking about, huh?
When are we gonna make the ice cream?
Very soon.
Nice.
So before we do, I thought it'd be cool for us to learn who invented ice cream. Do you guys think anyone invented it? Like, there's not like a person that it's named after, so I don't know if it might have been like a happy mistake. Let's find out.
Ice cream is very
Happy mistake.
ever devised, so it'll be extra sweet when we try to discover who invented ice cream. Let's find out on today's episode of The inventor of ice cream is hard to pin down and really depends on who you ask. The earliest known version of ice cream dates way back to ancient Greece, when Athenians would buy a mixture of snow, fruit, and honey from city markets. But ice and honey isn't exactly ice cream. So the next possible origin of ice cream takes us to ancient China. In those days, ice desserts were reserved for the most elite in Chinese society.
Oh,
Stories claim that Chinese King Tang of Shang had 94 men on hand just to bring him fresh ice daily. The king would use the ice to make an early version of Chinese ice cream called kumis. But kumis, like the ancient Greek snow cones, is really only an ancestor of ice cream, not the real deal. So who invented ice cream as we know it today?
I don't know.
The next stop on our search is ancient Rome. Like in China, ice desserts were considered a luxury to the Romans. Stories claim that the Roman Emperor Nero would have snow collected from mountains and mixed with nectar, fruit pulp, and honey. Fast forward over 1,000 years, past the Dark Ages, the Crusades, and all sorts of other weird stuff, to the 1630s, during the reign of King Charles I of England. Unconfirmed stories say that he was so impressed by the frozen snow that he gave his ice cream maker a light salary to keep the recipe a royal secret. The earliest known English ice cream recipes are from a cookbook published in 1718. Quaker colonists from England introduced their own ice cream recipes to the United States. Ben Franklin, George Washington, and Thomas Jefferson were all known to love ice cream. Records show that George Washington spent about $200 just on ice cream in the summer of 1790.
Good
That's
God.
about $5,000 in today's money. So, who invented ice cream? Well, your guess is as good as mine. In reality, ice cream, like all the best recipes, evolved over time by people who made it over and over again until they landed on the absolute perfect treat. And now you know that no one person invented ice cream.
I
Comment
figured.
below if you have a question you'd like to.
I figured it wasn't just one guy. That just didn't. That seemed too good to be true. You know.
It was a party. It was a party of people, John.
Yeah, it was. No kidding.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see here. Let's get this party started. All right, do you guys have your ingredients with you?
We do.
All right.
Oh, I got to get more milk.
Everyone is going bonkers, look.
Nice. Outstanding.
That is incredible.
Not too much. Too much class? No such thing.
Hey guys, welcome back to Cooking with Claudia. Today I am showing you how to make 5-minute Ziploc ice cream. No ice cream machine or fridge is needed. Everything is made in the Ziploc bag. It's so creamy and it takes only 5 minutes. Let's get started.
All right, show us how it's done.
All right, you guys, we're using whole milk for this recipe because we need all the fat and cream we can get from the milk. Start by pouring 1 cup of whole milk into a mixing cup.
Okay, so you guys have your 1 cup of milk.
Hang on just a sec while we pour it.
Let me stop my share as I look into all of your names. Okay, here's Travis with his milk. So you need 1 cup of milk, Travis.
Yep. I actually barely had enough milk in 1 carton, so I had to get
Nope.
another.
No problem.
So
All right, you got a measuring cup there?
I do, right here.
There you go. So just, yeah, pour out to the 1 cup line.
Cup line.
Well done, sir.
Thank you.
All right, let me go back to sharing my screen. How's the Hedges household doing with our measuring?
We've got our milk ready.
All right, moving on then.
Oh no.
Next, to make the ice cream very creamy, we're adding 1 cup of heavy whipping cream.
Whoa, okay, so an equal amount of heavy whipping cream. So you can do it in the same measuring. If you have a big 2-cup measuring cup or a 4-cup measuring cup, you can do it all right in there, or just refill the measuring cup that you had your milk in.
So pour the milk in the bowl, right?
I guess you could pour it in another larger bowl where you're going to mix all the ingredients, and then you'll pour that bowl into a bag later.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're going to measure out 1 cup of heavy whipping cream.
Whipping cream. Got my heavy whipping cream right here.
Cool.
All right, we've got our whipping cream ready.
Nice. All right, let's see what's next.
For sweetness, I'm adding a 1/4 cup of sugar and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract for flavor.
Okay, so 1/4 cup of sugar.
Sugar.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with sugar, right, Marie? Unless you're
So
diabetic.
yeah.
For the whipping
Yeah.
cream, it was 1 cup, right?
Yep, so pour 1 cup of whipping cream in.
Okay. Okay, got it. Pour that in. And then the sugar is next, right?
Yeah, let's see that part.
For sweetness, I'm adding a 1/4 cup of sugar and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract for
Okay, so 1/4 cup of sugar. You're gonna want to use probably a different measuring cup for that. I
Okay,
was
so
taught-
got
I was-
1/4 cup.
I was taught early in life by my mother that liquid measuring cups and solids measuring cups are very different measurements.
Ah,
I don't know if is that accurate, Mary?
that
That
sounds
is indeed.
Yeah. So you're gonna do a 1/4 cup measurement of sugar and then mix that in with your,
1/4 cup of measured sugar.
Hi, Mary.
Sarah's getting all fancy and adding chocolate chips to hers. She's gonna have chocolate chip ice cream.
oh dang. If I had rainbow sprinkles, I'd be all over that too. And I wonder, you know, you
Yeah.
could probably change up the recipe and melt some of those semi-sweet chocolate chips in the microwave and then
Oh,
stir
nice.
them into the mix and make a chocolate ice cream.
Nice.
You don't want to do melted chocolate chips for ice cream.
Oh,
You
okay.
want to
I
use
would
baked
do
cocoa.
that, John, but my microwave does not work.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I just couldn't, like, the breaker on it, was, I think it totally shut off. So I'm like, man.
You guys will get a new microwave in Tennessee. You'll get a new Tennessee microwave.
Yeah, we might need one.
All right, so you got your 1/4 cup of sugar in there, Travis?
Yep. 1/4 cup of sugar's in.
And then you're gonna add a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Do you have that with you?
Vanilla extract.
Yeah.
Vanilla extract.
Princess is watching.
Princess is watching. Do you like vanilla ice cream, Princess? I bet you do.
You mind if I make a quick announcement, John?
Yeah, of course.
Especially from Dairy.
Melissa just got back to me, and tonight's event has been postponed due to the cold, wet weather.
Okay.
So we do not
Okay.
have anything going on tonight.
Awesome.
Okay.
That's good to know.
Well, I could try to do something online. Like just
Yeah, you and I can brainstorm in a few once the class is over, because I was just having the same thought.
because I could jam out a game night, you know?
Yes. Good night.
Yep.
Game night.
Let me touch base with you after class.
Cool. Yeah. So we got to stay focused on the task at hand. You got that teaspoon of vanilla extract in there, Travis?
I got it in. It's in.
My man. All right. Let's see what this lady is concocting next. Let's see what the next step is.
All right.
for flavor. Go ahead and mix everything together. Then you're going to set the mixture aside for later. Next, you're going to grab a Ziploc bag. Make sure it's very good quality with
Yes.
So the Ziploc bag that you'll want is like a nice freezer size, like gallon freezer size bag.
So like this, John?
Let
Oh, cool.
me stop sharing for a
Yep.
minute. Yeah, that's perfect, buddy.
Yeah.
All right.
This is what I like about living, being at my mother's house.
She's got everything there at hand.
Got everything here.
That's awesome. All right. So yeah, you're
Before
gonna
I had to go to the store to get most of the whipping cream and the
Sure.
vanilla extract.
All right, let's see what we do with this bag. I'm curious now.
Surprised they didn't say salt. Add
Put in
salt
your
to that.
Ziploc bag, then pour the ice cream mixture into it. This is where all the magic is going to happen.
Ooh.
Magic.
Go ahead and seal your bag,
Magic.
but make sure you leave just a little bit of air in there. Once the bag is sealed,
Okay, so I'll give you guys a chance to pour that milk and cream and sugar and vanilla mixture into the bag. Make sure not to spill outside of the bag. You take your time.
Okay.
And then as you seal it, you don't have to seal all the air out of it. You can leave a little air in there
Okay.
for the ice cream making process.
Ooh.
You may need a kitchen assistant. Mom, get over here and help Travis.
Yeah, right.
Mom's a
She's
bit
all the
away.
way in. Yeah.
A few hours. Travis, I just noticed your apron has your name on it. That's cool.
It does.
I know.
It
That's
does.
just like Sage's. That's awesome.
I know.
The cool kids have their names on their aprons.
I know. I'm a cool kid, aren't I?
The cool kids have aprons. I don't even have an apron.
You don't have an apron?
John,
I,
you and I can fix that. I'll hook you up.
I just get right on in there and get my entire outfit dirty if it's a dirty meal.
Hey, yeah, right.
I mean, if I was using like a lot of, yeah, do it over the sink. You can maybe nest the bag in like a bowl or something, Travis, to kind of keep it open, kind of nest it in the bowl.
Okay.
I'll make you apron.
You gonna get me an apron? Is that what you said, Sarah?
She said she'll make you one, like she did mine.
You gonna make me one?
I'll make
Oh,
one for you,
wow.
and I'll make one for. I'm gonna make one for
Marie.
for Marie too.
That's awesome.
Francis, make fun of me.
And I've been known to wear
Been
it
there.
and have a messy meal.
All right, good job, man. So leave a little bit of air in there. Don't have it all full of air, but leave a little bit in there,
A little bit in there.
and then
But
seal
seal
it up.
Out
And how are you doing, Sarah and Mary? You guys got your bags full?
We're ready for the next step.
Oh man, all right. You guys are rocking
All
it.
right.
Let's see.
We're ready.
All right. Dog biscuits on top for the
go ahead
dogs.
and set it aside.
Just like
Then
that.
grab another Ziploc bag. We're going to use this.
So we're gonna grab another Ziploc bag, just like the one you just used, Travis. Do you have a second one?
Yep, I do.
All right.
Right here.
Now this part is going to be pretty cool. This is where the science kind of comes into play a little bit, and I'll explain it later.
Ziploc bag to make a homemade ice cream machine, okay? You're also going to get 4 cups of ice. Open the Ziploc bag and pour the
Well, that's a lot of ice. All
You
right.
don't have to
So
have-
you got some ice over there, Travis?
Yep, I'm gonna get some. I can get it out of the freezer.
If you guys have ice trays instead of like an automatic ice maker, I'd probably say that.
We have I can actually go right into the.
I'd say that 4 cups would be like 2 ice trays, or you could measure it out. I don't know, but I would imagine 2 ice cube trays would be enough for the
A
experiment.
Oh,
little
there's
less
one.
than a
There's one
half a
cup right-
bag.
You're going with like filling the bag halfway, Mary?
Yeah, a little less than half.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So fill the bag like a little less than half.
A little less than half.
Yeah.
So there's that much in there already.
Let me see. You're gonna want a little more than that, bud.
A little more than that? Okay, I can do that.
Probably an equal amount. What's going to happen is this ice is going to act as a fast cooling system for the bag of cream and milk that you created, and you're going to shake it all together and make some ice cream. You guys are going to get some exercise in this one.
Once we add the magic ingredient.
Yeah, you got to add a magic ingredient to the ice first, though, to make the science and the chemistry work there. And I have a video that explains what that's all about.
So John, how's that look?
That's pretty good, Travis. It's pretty good. Yeah.
Thanks.
Maybe a
Awesome.
little bit more, Travis.
A little bit more?
Maybe a little bit
Now,
more.
stick-
Okay.
let me see you shake it, Travis.
Let me see you shake it.
Shake that booty.
Marie, don't objectify our participants like that. My goodness. And Sarah, I never told you, Sarah, but welcome to the class. Do you have these ingredients on hand yourself?
Oh yeah, no, I don't have any of the.
Okay,
think
so you're just listening in. You'll get the top secret info on how to make this in the future.
Yeah,
Cool. Even
I'll have to
you
make this with my family later.
Yeah, you should do this with your mom and dad. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
And Sarah, I can send you this recipe video too, if you need it.
Okay, yeah, that'd be great, actually, if you could.
I'm glad you're on the class, hon. All right.
Thanks.
So
I'm free.
let's see.
Shake that booty.
Shake that ice.
Shake it.
Ice, baby.
Ice, baby.
Okay, let's see what comes next. Here comes the super.
So I got my ice, John.
Yeah, here comes the super secret ingredient.
Ice in there. Next, you're going to grab any kind of salt from your pantry and pour a quarter cup onto.
Salt.
Oh,
Who would have thought? You don't put it in the ice cream mixture, but you have to put it in the ice.
Put it in the ice.
Let's see how
And
much.
how much salt was that?
Help keep the temperature down while we're making the ice cream. Next, place the ice cream.
I don't really
John,
know.
how much salt was that?
I don't know. Let's see again.
How much salt is
Next,
that?
you're going to grab any kind of salt from your pantry and pour a quarter cup onto your ice.
Okay, a quarter cup of salt,
Quarter cup of salt.
and you're gonna pour it directly into the bag of ice and kind of shake it around there.
Quarter cup of salt. There it is.
Now, fun fact, what it's doing in this bag is what salt does on our roads during icy conditions. That's why we put salt on the highways during the winter.
Oh.
So there's kind of a cool, yeah, there's something cool that happens there. It lowers the melting point or the freezing point of things. So we'll watch a video about it, but it's pretty cool. Does everyone have their salt in there?
I'm getting there. I'm opening up the salt right now.
All right.
They put,
It's got a brand new thing of salt over there. Look at that.
yeah, I do.
So I guess this recipe includes a pair of scissors to stab your box of salt with.
Yeah, it does. It's nice. It's nice when I have everything right there, John. It's
Right?
like, yeah,
Hey, we got a dog in the
that's a
shop.
nice doggy.
we do.
What's your dog's name
Did
again?
you see the dog, Princess?
Mine's Chloe. Her name's Chloe.
Hey, Chloe, do you like vanilla ice cream?
She loves ice. She's
Yeah.
clean. She's being my vacuum and cleaning up my ice for me.
All right, so you just pour a.
Yes.
Thank you, vacuum.
Sorry, Charles.
So a quarter cup of ice and quarter cup of
4 cups of ice and a quarter cup of salt.
salt.
And you pour that salt in the bag of ice, not in the ice cream mixture, because that would taste
And
nasty.
a bag of ice.
Put
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that would
a
be
quarter cup of
nasty.
salt in your ice cream mixture. That'd be some salty ice cream.
Yeah, that'd be nasty. All right, there it is.
All right, let's see what we can do with this craziness. Let's see how the rest of this works.
Okay.
Pretzel.
The salt will help keep the temperature down while we're making the ice cream. Next, place the ice cream mixture onto the ice and seal the second Ziploc bag.
Okay, so the sealed bag of cream and milk and sugar and vanilla extract, you're going to put that sealed bag, keep it sealed, and place it in the other bag of ice and salt.
Okay.
And then once you get that bag inside the bag of ice and salt, you're going to seal the ice and salt bag and make sure that's all sealed tight.
Bag. Go ahead and cover the bag with a kitchen towel. Then here comes the best part.
Oh, we'll wait for the best part. So has everyone placed their sealed bag of ice cream mixture in the bag of ice and salt?
Yep,
And then you sealed the ice and salt bag as well?
I did.
All right. So they say you can get a kitchen towel to cover it with
Oh, perfect.
if you want, so that your hands don't get frozen. We don't want you to get frostbite during this science experiment.
Yeah.
Or cheat like us. The girls both have gloves on.
There you go. Wear your winter gear.
Yeah.
Get those gloves out, those mittens out.
I got a kitchen towel right here.
There you go. All right. So that'll protect your hands. Kind of wrap it around. And here comes the fun part right here.
Oh,
You're going to shake. Shake it really hard for 5 minutes. You're going to
Come on, shake it. Shake it. Shake that bag of ice. Baby got ice cream. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Baby making ice cream. Boom, boom. Shake that bag of ice.
Come on, Sarah, shake it.
uh.
Shake that
Some ice cream
booty.
jazzercise. Shake that bag of ice.
Come on, Travis,
this
shake that booty.
So this is a fun experiment because you're getting your exercise in and then you can replace the calories that you lost with the ice cream that you make. But you got to shake it real good. Make sure that bag of cream and milk and sugar in the middle is getting all shook up by the ice and the salt. And the ice and the salt around it are going to have it help freeze up real quick. It only takes about 5 minutes. So
5 minutes, John? Yeah.
let me set my timer. You guys have probably been going about a minute now. Hey Siri,
Are you shaking that booty, Travis?
set a
Yeah.
timer. Hey Siri, set a timer for 4 minutes.
Yeah, I'm shaking it, Marie.
All
Shaking
right.
it up.
Hey
I'm
Siri,
shaking, Marie.
set a timer for 4 minutes. I'll set it myself since you are on.
Turn around so I can see you shake a booty.
4 minutes. Boom, 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 boom. All right, timer has started. Check it out.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's the
word.
final countdown.
Look at that.
The final ice shake.
Princess, look at you.
Shake that bag of ice and cream. I feel like you need some techno music to dance to. Be like, shake that ice cream.
You can shake that ice cream. That dog.
Oh no. And in Marie's case, shake that Missy. Boom, boom.
Shake that Missy.
Shake that Missy. Not too hard though.
Shake her up good.
Missy
Shake that Missy up good.
Missy has shaken pug syndrome right now. She's like, I'm not a bag of ice and cream. Stop, mommy, stop.
Princess. This is Princess. Shake that princess.
Oh, it's princess. Shake that princess.
Shake that princess.
Oh, sorry. I grabbed a bad paw.
Sorry. Aw.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Got shaken pug syndrome.
Shake your pug syndrome, yeah.
Well, you really don't feel good. You're grouchy.
Oh man, are your arms getting
Lucky
tired
they
there,
can't
Travis?
slap.
A little bit.
All right,
They
don't
are.
worry. You only got 2 minutes and 18 seconds left and counting.
Nice.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
I got your back, brother. How's it
Awesome.
going over there at the Hedges house? You guys doing a silly dance? They're probably like in the other room, just jumping up and down.
They probably are.
You know what they did? They probably went to Sage's trampoline, and they're just jumping up and down on the trampoline with their bag of
Oh,
ice.
nice.
That's why they're not. That's why they're not on right now. They're like, we're at the trampoline. We're making trampoline ice cream.
Nice.
That'd be hilarious.
Oh no, the baby exploded. Ice
These
cream
are
all over the
great.
trampoline.
1 minute and 30 seconds to go.
John, I'm glad I'm
Yes.
actually not working these days. I can actually do all these activities with you guys.
Yeah, man, it's pretty cool. Don't
I
get too
know.
used to it, though. I'm sure once you get to your new home, you'll have to find something to help out.
Oh, I already know. I'm already gonna be going to a new hospital when I get down there. So
Oh, nice. That's awesome,
Yep.
man. Sticking with what you know.
yeah, they'll probably hire me right off the bat because of how much experience I have.
Yeah, I bet.
So,
That's great, dude.
Mm.
yeah,
So have your arms fallen off yet? It looks like they're still attached.
they're still attached.
I feel
I'm
like
shaking it. I'm
out of
shaking it away.
solidarity, I'm just gonna shake my water bottle. Here we go.
Nice. That's so
Shake
good.
it, not stirred.
Shake that pug.
All right.
Shake that pug.
Oh man, We're so close to that 5-minute mark.
Nice. Woo, this is a workout.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
All right, here comes the countdown in just a second. Ready, set, 10, 9, 8, 7. Shake it real hard. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah.
Yay. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. All right, Mary and Sarah. Mary, Sage, and Sarah, are you guys on, or are you still at the trampoline making your ice cream?
We're still here. My hands are a little frozen, but we're still here.
Are they? Okay, I think it's been 5 minutes. So I set my alarm for 4, since you guys have done 1 already, I think, by the time I got it set. So let's see if the final result is as awesome as this lady's video suggests.
You want to grab Sagey, Sarah?
Yeah, I'm putting mine in the freezer.
Okay.
I'll show you guys the rest of the video, and then we'll unveil our ice
Mine's
cream.
mine's gonna freeze.
Hold this.
Yeah, ice cream.
Hands are hurting.
Like it owes you some money, okay?
Shake
This
it.
is the only exercise that will help
Shake
you
it,
lose
shake
weight.
it.
Shake it like it owes you money. I like how she says that.
Okay.
Yeah.
After all that work, this is what you end up with.
Oh, look at
I
what you
like
get.
that.
Instant 5 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Ice cream.
Instant
Look at all that
5-minute
creaminess.
ice cream.
It's nice and frozen. This isn't the healthiest ice cream, but you can eat it and feel good about it, girl, because you worked really hard for it. If you guys would like to make this yummy 5-minute Ziploc ice cream, go ahead and check out the description box. I have all the ingredients and measurements there.
Look at that. She made ice cream in 5 minutes.
Wow.
And I'm willing to bet that's what could come out of yours as well.
I'm cheating.
Nice.
We're cheating. We're putting this in the freezer. Our hands are frozen. Not quite ice cream.
Not quite ice cream yet.
We're cheating. We're putting it in the freezer.
Was it not frozen enough? I mean, hers looks like it's got some cream coming out as you spoon into it. But yeah. All right, so let's see the reveal here. I want to see the man on Zoom, Travis, the man, the myth, the legend. What do you got in
Wanna
that
see
bag?
mine?
Yeah, let's unzip that bag of ice and salt and pull out the bag.
All right. Pull out the ice cream itself, or
Yeah, is there ice cream in there, or is it still cream?
I think it's still cream. It looks like
Oh,
it looks like it's still cream.
you weren't
I don't
shaking
know.
the bag. You weren't shaking the bag like it owed you money.
I did. I was, John.
You gotta throttle that thing for 5 minutes.
I was shaking it like
Take
a
your
baby.
booty, love. Take your booty.
Yeah, it looks like it was.
Maybe it's partially formed.
It's kind of partially formed. I can see it.
Someone from Dublin, Georgia is calling me. First of
Dublin,
all,
Georgia.
I never knew there was a Dublin, Georgia. And secondly,
Dublin, Georgia.
I know no one from there, so I'm not picking up.
Huh.
Oh,
Must be a telemarketer.
From another
yeah,
mother.
Probably.
the telemarketer didn't want to leave me a message. So,
That's it.
sad.
Oh, bummer.
So Sarah, you said you guys
Oh,
cheated.
bummer.
You're putting it in the freezer.
We have to take a
Sad.
shaking break, so it's sitting in the freezer for the moment.
That's
We're
fair.
gonna shake some more in a minute.
That's fair. Maybe Travis, you should do the same. Take a shake.
stick it in the freezer for a minute.
Take a shake break, and I'm going to show you guys a little bit of science video that explains what this is all about. So let's
I
share
would've
screening.
it.
That
I
lady
would
made it
say,
look.
yo, what, bro? Yo,
See,
brother, what's up?
Yo.
From another mother.
The internet makes it look a little too easy. You know what I mean? The internet makes it look too easy. She probably did like 5 different takes of this before it came
I
out.
know. It looks like she actually did it.
I know, right?
in
5
like-
minutes, 25 minutes, you know.
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Science Explained with Anissa Ramirez
Delicious.
from Yale.
Today we're going to talk about a food that needs.
Yale. Wow.
We're
You
talking
got
about.
it. Sleep.
Hi, my name is Anissa Ramirez. Welcome to Science Explained. Last year, the United States consumed over 1.5 billion gallons of ice cream. That's equal to about 2,300 Olympic-sized pools,
Nice.
or 11.5 million bathtubs. Amazing. That's a lot of ice cream.
Whoa. Now all I have in my head is like a bathtub full of ice cream. It'd be like the biggest sundae ever.
Nice.
From a science point of view, ice cream is pretty amazing too. First, all three states of matter coexist. We have air bubbles, a gas, liquid of milk, and also we have ice crystals, which are a solid, all living together in a yummy combination. Now, in order to make ice cream, what you need to do is make a concoction of milk and sugar and flavoring and mix them all together and cool them to very, very low temperatures. One way that you can do that is with liquid nitrogen. Liquid nitrogen is really cold.
What?
It's minus 320 degrees
I
Fahrenheit.
definitely keep that on hand.
Yeah, do you guys, you said your mom has everything, Travis. Does she have liquid nitrogen on hand?
Probably not.
Yeah, I kind of figured. That was a stretch. This is kind of going to be cool to. It's going to be cool to see her make it with liquid nitrogen, though.
That would be cool, though.
So let's see what happens.
Oh man.
Ooh, that's neat. All right, so if I mix this and continue to add liquid nitrogen and keep stirring it, I'll eventually get ice cream. Now, this ice cream is the best ice cream you're going to get because the ice crystals are super small because we've cooled it with really, really cold temperatures. And it's going to make the ice cream really, really creamy.
So that's important to note. The smaller the ice crystals, the more creamy the texture of your ice cream will be. That's why if your ice cream melts and you go to refreeze it, normally in the freezer, it's going to create pretty big ice crystals. So it's going to be kind of tough and hard to eat. It's not going to be as creamy as it was supposed to be.
Oh.
You have liquid nitrogen available. You can also make ice cream at home with things that you have in your refrigerator. You can make a combination of super cold liquid. How do you do that? Well, you add salt to ice. Now, when you add salt, this is called freezing point depression. This happens all the time when cities put salt out on the snow. What they're really doing is they're lowering the freezing point so that liquid will be present at those temperatures. So what else can we learn about ice cream? Well, when you melt ice cream and refreeze it, it's not the same. It changes permanently. That's because the ice crystals grow to be bigger and bigger and change the texture. Now, this may not seem very serious, but scientists are interested in this because this tells us about other things like avalanches. Avalanches occur because snowpack has different crystal sizes, and eventually it gets to a point where it's unstable and causes snow to travel at 100 miles per hour. That's no joke. So you see, ice cream has a lot of lessons in it. Not only does it tell us how to create tasty treats, but it also teaches us how to prevent ourselves from serious threats. I'm Anissa Ramirez. Thank you for joining me at Science Explained, and I hope that you'll come back for another edition.
Wow. So I know that was a little nerdy look at, you know, the science behind ice cream, but it is a science class. So I wanted to, you know, wanted to do my due diligence here.
Well, you did your due diligence. That was awesome, John.
So let's see this one here.
What do you know about Dr. Dunn?
I know nothing about him, and I don't want this commercial. So skip.
Yes, skip it.
Gazpacho?
Skip it. I want to say the big old tall man.
What can we possibly cover?
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
Yes.
Oh, they got their own ice cream shop.
This looks amazing. I just want to know.
I have ice cream already made.
Ice cream.
I'm so glad you asked.
Okay.
To meet the USDA. To meet the USDA.
Soft serve ice cream. That's all I'm doing. I'm giving up.
Okay, just
I'm
a
gonna
minute.
try it. I'm gonna try it in a minute.
Yeah. To meet the USDA standards, a product must contain 10% milk fat and at least 6% non-fat milk solid. A gallon has to weigh 4.5 pounds. So there's requirements for ice cream that you sell in a store.
Oh,
Turns
wow.
out there's a complex truth behind the deceptively simple summer treat. Ice cream, from a technical standpoint, is an emulsion. One liquid into another that's neither soluble nor miscible. Whoa.
Now hold on to your hat, Ben, because ice cream is also technically a foam, a gas dispersed in a liquid by virtue of vapor held in place by chemical stabilizers like xanthan gum, dispersed in the liquid of sugar, milk, and fat. Try it out. That's an emulsion and a foam.
An emulsion and a foam, you say?
With sprinkles.
I'm going to dive right in.
Hey, I wouldn't do that if I were you. You are playing with fire. That's why it hurts when you bring ice cream. Because that cold is so cold, it gets into your tooth's insides, inside the pulp, from your enamel to your dentin, right into the inner guts of your tooth. That's where all the nerve endings are. And that cold tells your brain, ouch, watch out, man. Why does my head hurt?
Dr. Sunday here, and I'm fine. This is my buddy here to demonstrate an ice cream headache. Turns out that those have been around in medical literature since the 1850s. The fancy name for it is a cold stimulus headache. Your mouth has a lot of blood vessels right there in the palate. When you eat something really cold, it stimulates these blood vessels. There's also a bunch of nerves in there. When those nerves get stimulated by the cold, they freak out. Oh my gosh, my whole body's freezing. We have to save the brain by overheating it. Fact, 30 to 50% of people who have ice cream headaches don't have any other headaches. Fact, if you have migraines, you're more likely to get ice cream headaches. But don't worry, because they usually last less than 5 minutes. Back to you.
Hey, do you like eating ice cream? Well, it turns out you're doing it all wrong.
But it's not
It's a dog too.
Ice cream cone,
Oh, look at
an
this.
extra cone. Put that cone on top. Oh yeah,
What?
Is it working?
kind of.
The history of ice cream stretches all the way back to China, where the emperors of the Tang dynasty are believed to have been the first to eat a, quote, frozen milk-like confection. In modern-day China, ice cream isn't all that common. We do find frozen ice cream-like desserts all around the globe. In Japan, you eat mochi. In India, it's kulfi. Italians love gelato, while the Turkish cool down with dondurma. In Ghana, fan ice is the local frozen treat. And for the world's largest consumer of ice cream, we head over to
Followed
the
by
United
Australia and New
You know what's
Zealand.
funny, Ben?
Oh,
Even though ice cream is the #1 treat of the summer, it actually makes you hotter when you eat it. It takes the body more energy to burn the fat in ice cream, so it actually raises your internal temperature over time.
if ice cream is not going to cool us down, it's time for our last resort.
Spicy food?
That's it.
Let's get it.
Trevor.
So I thought that was a funny one. Kind of explains what a ice cream headache is, or brain freeze, as many call it. And believe it or not, it's because your body, the blood vessels near your gums and your teeth, are sensing like extreme cold, and so your brain thinks the whole body is going to freeze. So you basically have to, warm up the brain. So the brain gets too hot. It overheats to compensate for the cold in your mouth. And that is what brain freeze is. It's not really brain freeze, it's brain fire.
Brain fire.
Because it's firing up and warming up the.
Yeah.
Right. So Sarah, you said you were eating ice cream, and I wasn't focused in on you or Zoom at the time. I was showing a video. Can I see you on video? Are you eating it now?
Yeah. Already had it. It was really good.
Oh, you already had it. Okay. That was
I had a
a
little bit of it, but the rest of it in the freezer.
quick bite. All right, cool. Very cool.
I'll bring some to you.
That sounds awesome. So let's see. I think we
I should
definitely
probably
have.
check.
We've learned a lot. Yeah, go check yours out, Travis.
I should go check mine.
check the freezer, and it doesn't hurt to just like take that bag out and shake it. So basically, we learned that the ice and salt, when you add salt, it basically decreases it increases the ability for liquid to freeze. Liquid has to freeze at a much higher temperature. It's weird. It's like, liquid or water on the ground would normally freeze into ice on the roads at like 0 degrees, but by adding salt, it's going to need like -15 degrees for it to freeze into ice. The salt basically makes it harder for it to freeze.
Let's see, John.
Big reveal.
Big reveal. It's still kind of. It probably needs more time, I think.
Like a soft serve.
Yeah, I got a soft serve. So
There.
if I put it in there for another, leave it in there for another hour,
Yeah,
it'll probably turn into hard serve.
I mean, it's definitely cold. It just needs to be shaken up or spun continuously to kind of froth into the foam. You have to mix that air in, so that's why you shake it in the bag. Because remember, ice cream is this amazing material that's a foam basically, because it has air, it has liquid, which is the milk, and it has a solid, which is the ice crystals. So all three having air, gas, liquid, and solid in one confection is pretty wild. That's what makes it such a fun science experiment.
It is.
Let's check out one more experiment while Travis shakes his arms off.
Oh,
Actually, let's take a look at.
shake it, baby.
Cool.
Here's how Ben & Jerry's makes nearly 1 million pints a day.
1 million pints a day.
That's crazy.
Songs for Travis.
Right after this Nationwide video.
Nationwide
is on your side. Nationwide is disturbing your class.
That worked out.
Scooped up across 38 countries and up to 75 flavors, Ben & Jerry's is no pint-sized operation. Its 2 Vermont factories run 24/7, operated by hundreds of flavor makers. Together, they pump out nearly 1 million pints a day. From classic flavors like Cherry Garcia and Half-Baked to flavors on a mission for criminal justice reform and refugee rights. And all those flavors have to be delicious.
Our minimum run size once we get flavor to the factory is 80,000 pints.
I want to talk there.
We have to love it, but 80,000 fans have to love it too.
We visited the St. Albans plant in northern Vermont to see how these famous pints.
The ice was melting, so it's kind of like leaking. So I had to put it in the
Ben
freezer.
Cohen and Jerry Greenfield started Ben & Jerry's homemade ice cream in 1978. From a renovated gas station in Burlington, Vermont, they launched a brand based on sustainable ice cream making and advocating for causes they believed in. And it worked. Today, Ben & Jerry's is the best-selling single brand ice cream label in the U.S. To pump out its iconic flavors, first it starts with ingredients. Ben & Jerry's partners with 250 farms globally to source everything from vanilla bean to milk. Milk comes from St. Albans Cooperative Creamery, just a mile and a half from the factory. Once the milk's at the plant, it heads to one of these massive 6,000-gallon silos.
Holy smokes.
But before it can be made into ice cream, everyone involved has to suit up, including us. Gowns, hairnets, caps, and boots. To make the ice cream base, the milk heads to the blend tank. Cream, milk, and lots of sugar are churned together. The factory goes through 6,700 gallons of cream every single day. Every ice cream flavor starts with either a sweet cream base or a chocolate base. Next, the mix master will pour in eggs, stabilizers, and cocoa powder if it's a chocolate base. Then it's piped into the pasteurizer. You can't see it happening, but hot steel plates are heating up the mix to kill any harmful bacteria. The newly pasteurized milk is stored in a tank for 4 to 8 hours, so the ingredients can really get to know each other. After making the 2 bases, they'll head to one of the 20 flavor vats to get a flavor boost.
We're always coming up with new flavors, hundreds of flavors a year, and we usually narrow it down to about 3 or 4. We really love to bring our social mission values into our naming process. For example, empowerment to talk about voting rights.
Before Ben & Jerry's famous chunks can be added, the mix has to get to below freezing temperatures. It's pumped through this giant freezing barrel, and when it gets to the front, it's finally ice cream. Along the way, it's quality tested, meaning lucky factory floor workers get to taste the ice creams. Then it goes into the first of 2 minutes. When it comes out, it's 22 degrees, and somewhere between the consistency of a milkshake and soft serve. Now for the best part, the chunks. Founder Ben actually didn't have a great sense of smell, which meant he couldn't taste much either. So his big thing was flavor. That's why Ben & Jerry's has some of the biggest chunks in the ice cream industry. These chunks end up in flavors like Half-Baked, Chubby Hubby, or the one we're making, Chocolate Therapy. Workers dump in add-ins through the chunk feeder, from brownie bites and cookie dough globs to chocolate chunks, fruits, and nuts. They let us give it a try, but it's not as easy as it looks. Then it's finally time to pack those pints. Workers stack the empty containers into the automatic filler. The machine drops the pints into position and perfectly pumps in ice cream. It can fill up 270 pints a minute.
What?
The pints
Wow.
are towards litter and sealed tight.
Oh, the litter.
At this point, 6 pints every hour are pulled off the line for quality testing. Quality assurance personnel first cut pints open. They're making sure the ingredients are symmetrical and there aren't any big air bubbles.
There is a small gap, but that's what we call a functional void. If we saw large voids, it would be concerning. It's actually quite the workout, as you can tell.
Dude, I want
They
one of
also
those
measure the
knives.
weight and volume of pints.
Nice.
The right amount of ice cream makes it into each
Just
container.
cut my pint
So
open.
we know the weight of the ice cream, and anything below 460 is not passable.
Now back to the factory line. It's now time for the pints to take a second spin in the freezer. The ice cream has to get even colder, down to -10 degrees. The pints travel along the spiral hardener, a corkscrew-shaped conveyor belt inside a freezer. With the wind chill, it can get up to -60
But I
degrees.
want to stop there.
After 3 hours,
Take all
the
the ice
pints
cream
are
I
finally
want.
frozen and ready to be packaged. They're flipped over and shrink-wrapped into groups of 8. Together, they make
Are
a
they
gallon,
higher?
but you'll never actually see a gallon tub of Ben & Jerry's ice cream because the company never wants its ice cream going bad sitting in the back of your fridge. Once the pints are packaged, they're ready to be shipped across the globe.
Wow.
Hey guys, my name's Abby and I'm one of the producers on this video. My favorite flavor is definitely Ben & Jerry's Milk and Cookies, but let me know your favorites in the comments below. And if you have any ideas for the next episode of Big Business, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out.
I would say my favorite flavor of Ben & Jerry's, well, it's a toss-up, actually. I would say that it's either, it's going to be either chocolate fudge brownie or cherry Garcia.
Those
Nice.
are very good choices.
Oh,
Back
Yeah.
before.
Mine's
Like,
rum.
those are my,
Go
yeah,
ahead, John.
no, those are my
I like
top two. But
rum raisin.
so don't they have a gluten-free ice cream?
No. So the only
What?
truly gluten-free product that they have is the lemon sorbet. So when you go to do the tour, that's what they'll give you.
Oh, nice.
But back before we went gluten-free, my favorites were the chocolate chip cookie dough, fish food, chocolate fudge brownie, chocolate therapy,
Oh, yeah.
American Dream, cherry Garcia. Like there's so many. Mint cookie. What about you, Seiji?
Rum raisin.
My favorite choice ice cream is mint and
You're a pretty big fan of cherry Garcia too.
chocolate.
Yeah, chocolate's good stuff. Chocolate therapy.
Yeah, chocolate therapy is my favorite
That
too.
face right there says it all. What was that, Sarah?
What's that, Sarah?
Chocolate therapy is one of my favorites.
That's pretty good. I had it for the first time like a month
Me
ago. I
too.
ordered some chocolate fudge brownie and they were out. So the shopper that was shopping for me got me chocolate therapy. And I'm like, what is this? And I had some, but Jason was like, well, this is very irresponsible that you ordered it. So let's open it up and both eat it. And we tried it and we looked at each other. We were like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, that is definitely a therapeutic experience. Well, I know we went a little over,
You
guys.
like your soft crab?
I mean, how can we not go over on time when we're talking about ice cream? It's so much fun.
I
And
know.
I am sorry that your ice creams did not freeze in the allotted 5-minute time. I feel like that was falsely advertised. I feel like
That
you could have
was.
like a strong shake on that bag for like 10 minutes probably. But
Yeah.
This is when you need to
should've
get like a
waited.
group of people together to take turns, like 1
Should've
minute per
waited.
person.
take
go around the
turns,
group.
yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Like a chain reaction. Be like, okay, you got 1 minute starting now, Mary, hard as you can. You know, and,
Yeah.
and pass it, Travis. Your 1 minute starts now, Travis.
Yeah.
Make it
Hard as
like
I
a
can.
competition.
Yeah.
Let me
Great.
win. Let me
Great group
win.
activity.
Yeah.
Anyways, I had fun teaching this one, guys, and I hope you enjoyed the videos and the science behind it because it is chemistry. It's happening right there in the ice cream. So
Nice.
tonight, like Mary said, the outdoor field event is canceled, but
Yep.
stay tuned because it may be that Mary and I can work our awesome powers to create something online on Zoom. So we'll let you guys know. Okay.
Nice.
Is
Okay.
there anything
Right.
specific that you guys would prefer to see us do tonight?
Yeah. Like toss out some ideas if you want to do something different tonight.
I think we
You gonna
should
play
try a
Magic?
movie night. I think we should try like a movie night.
Yeah, we
'cause
got one
haven't
coming
done
up.
that one.
We got one coming up actually, but it's
Next week.
it's actually going to be the next Friday.
Nice.
Movie night. So we're going to try to do.
I wish we could do a movie night online, but unfortunately, you
Yeah,
can't
we-
stream any of the streaming services through Zoom.
Yeah.
Oh
We
man.
tried, but it just didn't seem to
Yeah,
work.
got Mad Libs on it.
But I feel like a game night is pretty chill, and we could do some Mad Libs. We could do some, Hangman.
Nice.
And,
Yeah.
And I've got a few other ideas
Yeah,
too.
awesome.
all right, cool.
I like the funny story.
Mad Libs are awesome too.
And funny stories.
I'm game for
like
either
the
Mad
funny
Libs
story.
or Hangman. Yeah.
All right. Well, sounds like a plan. Well,
Yeah.
we'll come up with something fun. Don't worry. And so at 6 o'clock, meet us on Zoom instead of in the field.
Okay.
Too cold.
I'll be on.
Bye.
I'll meet you on Zoom.
All right, guys.
All right.
Post,
Out and-
we'll post in a few minutes and let you guys know what's up.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Take care, guys.
All right. Take care. Bye.